This message is for the body of Christ, and this is going to hurt some of you. Are you a lazy, wicked servant? What have you done with the gold that God has entrusted to you? What have you got to offer the master when he returns to settle accounts with his servants and he asks you, what have you done with the bag of gold I entrusted to you? Do you plan to say to the master that your gospel was so harsh, I was fearful to share it, so here's what you gave me? Will the master say to you that didn't you love your life so much that you wasn't willing to deny yourself for my sake? And didn't I warn you in my word that he who seeks to save his life shall lose it, and he who loses his life for my sake shall find it? And didn't I warn you in my word that he who is ashamed of me before man, I will be ashamed of him before the Father in heaven? And didn't I say to you in my word that he who does not deny himself daily and pick up his cross and follow after me is not worthy of me? Have you ever led a soul to Christ? Have you ever denied yourself and risked being laughed at and mocked for the sake of somebody's soul? Will he question you on how much you loved others, that you wasn't willing to share the gospel through fear of losing popularity, losing friends, or losing family? Will Jesus Christ say to you on that day, you didn't love me enough and share the pain and suffering that I went through for a man's soul? Why wouldn't you warn them of that when you know that I died in pain and I was persecuted, laughed at and mocked? Me, the King of Kings, humbled myself for mankind, and you are so fearful to feel the same way as I felt for the sake of loving others and warning them of my judgment. Brothers and sisters, wouldn't you rather him say to you on that day, well done, good and faithful servant, come and share in your master's happiness? Brothers and sisters, this is not a time to be silent. He is right at the door. He demands more of us. He doesn't want us to be comfortable. Jesus never promised the disciples that they would be comfortable. He said they would be hated by all for his name's sake. So let's step up and preach the gospel to a lost and dying world. People are dying right now as we speak and going to hell for eternity. If you love them, you will warn them of the coming judgment. Please, brothers and sisters, wake up in Jesus.